Protesters are sounding the alarm, as they've been doing for weeks. Istanbul animal rights activists like Caner Altay say they want to prevent mass murder, which is what they've named the Turkish government's plans for the country's many street dogs. A new government bill envisages the possible euthanasia of stray dogs in Istanbul and elsewhere. Caner is mobilizing resistance against this.
The reactions are mostly positive. Everyone knows animals that live on the street in their neighborhood. And many have also built up relationships with the strays.
Animals like Zeytin. The stray dog lives on the Asian side of Istanbul and holds a special spot in Caner Altay's heart. Caner and the dog basically grew up together. For the animal rights activist, the government's plans are the result of policy failure.
They don't even know how many stray dogs there are in the country, or how many have already been successfully sterilized. Their only solution is to catch the animals and kill them if they don't find an owner within 4 weeks.
There are probably around 2 million street dogs in Turkey, a guesstimate. In Istanbul, they're as much a part of street life as the cats. The animals are a popular subject for tourist snapshots. Although dogs are considered unclean by devout Muslims, many still live out peaceful lives on the streets, and only a few are aggressive. But now the government is planning to have dogs from the overcrowded state and municipal dog shelters offered up for adoption via the internet. If they don't find new owners, they're to be put down. And their spots will be filled with the next batch of captured street dogs, to be continued until the problem no longer exists. President Erdogan is unimpressed by the ongoing protests against the proposed law.
The previous method of capturing and sterilizing stray dogs has failed and has not provided a solution. We're going to launch a campaign to adopt the animals. Then, if we're successful, hopefully, we won't have to move on to the next step.
The next step, that would be killing the unadopted dogs. Without people like Caner and his friends, many of the mega city's stray animals would not survive. The activists distribute food and look after the sick animals.
We've been living with animals in this city for a long time. We share the urban space with them, just like with our human neighbors. And just like with humans, we spend time together, chat and support each other.
Sedat Çayorgan sees things differently. He's part of a citizens' initiative in favor of the planned law. He believes that stray dogs have become a danger to people throughout the country.
Children are attacked by dogs on their way to school. There are countless deaths from road accidents caused by these animals. And they're not just dangerous for people, but for nature too. In the forests and nature parks, the dogs attack wolves, foxes, and deer.
But such problems can be solved without killing, says Caner Altay. And he's supported in this by veterinarians like Unzile Çelebi. The government's plan, she says, is in practice barely feasible.
First of all, there aren't enough suitable animal shelters, nor the necessary veterinarians for such a plan. I also can't imagine colleagues taking part in the killings.
So the Turkish government's plan still faces a few problems. Perhaps Caner Altay and the other animal rights activists will yet be able to stop the law against street dogs. And Zeytin the dog can continue to wander the streets of Istanbul in peace.